spoiler warnings for the Fast and the Furious franchise. The Fast and the Furious. I've loved these movies since I was a kid. Something about seeing people race cars and say cool lines always appealed to me. Not to mention the over-the-top soap opera / shonen-like goodness the franchise evolved into. You got people leveling up in between movies like it's Dragon Ball. You got different families, amnesia, undercover cops, like it's Days of Our Lives or like X-Men or something. And not to mention Brian Earl Spillner, aka Brian O'Connor, he stole my heart. But you're not here to hear me talk about Brian O'Connor, my Fast and Furious Converse wearing waifu. You're here to listen to me talk about this guy, DOMINIC TORETTO. Quick slight tangential aside, so there's this concept commonly referred to as power creep. Power creep is when, slowly but surely, characters in fiction start to get stronger and stronger just through the story progressing, kind of like inflation for money. Anime loves this trope because the most popular ones go on for so long that the characters just get insanely powerful. For example, Naruto started off with the original trio, Naruto, Sasuke, and having difficulty being able to run up walls, and it ends with Naruto and Sasuke using giant energy forms to fight each other. This typically happens because each successive enemy has to be stronger than the previous, so our main characters go through power-ups so they can defeat them. Goku can't beat his brother, so he trains and gets stronger. Then he can't beat Vegeta, so he trains and gets stronger. Then he can't beat Frieza, so he... Are you starting to get it yet? Basically, by the current timeline in the Dragon Ball franchise, he's literally a Super Saiyan God. Or he harnesses God energy, whatever the fuck that means. That brings me back to DOMINIC TORETTO, played by our dude, Vin Diesel. He is actually one of the prime examples of power creep in American film, and it's ridiculous because it's not like The Fast and the Furious is a superhero movie franchise, at least for now. I don't even think people realize how strong Dom has gotten over the years. In the Fast and Furious 1, he's a strong dude, but he's not superhumanly strong. It takes a couple of security guards to hold him back, but he's nothing special. He also takes damage sometimes from a car crash, showing that he's not invulnerable. Overall, he's a strong dude, but relatively normal, save some movie magic on physics for the car crash. Also to note, he's not particularly combat skilled. At least from what you see, it's just like he beats someone half to death, but that's really it. He's just some dude. He can race really well. He's not in this one. Doesn't do much. In Fast and Furious, also known as The Fast and the Furious number 4, he holds back an engine block with one hand. If you run the numbers, it's literally humanly impossible. Not to mention, he somehow is able to detect clues and use his skills and knowledge of cars as some sort of like Toretto detective vision. He beats Hobbs, played by The Rock, in a hand-to-hand fight. Now, you might be like, oh, Flesh Monk, but he's an action hero or some shit. Bruh, he was just a street racer. Now he takes on one of the most renowned and famous, badass, fictional Alphabet Agency agents. This dude is famous. Brian is literally like, hey, this is the dude that they send to go after guys. He is like a badass. He kills people like this. Like 3 people in less than 10 seconds. He snaps someone's neck. You're telling me Dom beats this guy in hand-to-hand combat? Was he taking jujitsu classes in between movies? Also, he shrugs off a hit from a crowbar like it's fucking nothing. That's not possible. In number 6, he gets in a car crash that's actually worse than the one that he had in 1. And he survives extreme temperatures and what is it, convection? Whatever that heat transferring thing is, like this dude walks through like fire. I don't know how he does it. Also, this might not be a super heroic feat, but he jumps and headbutts someone as an attack. That shit's crazy. Also, he somehow catches Letty, his girlfriend, who lost her memory in midair. This dude just launched himself like a bullet off of a car, intercepted her, and crashed into a car. And by the way, he is just fine. Also, run the numbers. Apparently, that kind of calculation of trajectory and stuff is impossible in the amount of time it takes for the human brain to like generate thoughts. So, okay. In 7, this is the movie where they kind of just stop even trying to convince you Dom is a normal human being. At least in 6 multiple times, people would be like, wow, Dom, you were just stealing DVDs before in the first movie. Now you're just a fucking superhero. He deadlifts a Lycan Hypersport. Run the numbers! That's impossible! He uppercuts someone 2 feet away. Run the numbers again! That should kill someone if it was possible. If you knock someone by the chin into the air 2 feet, they're dead. His punches also dent cars. he tanks a pipe to the face and the other guy seems more injured. And of course, the most egregious offense is he stomps and creates cracks in concrete. Humans cannot do that. He is not the Incredible Hulk. In The Fate and the Furious, he snaps someone's neck by punching down. It's physically impossible. The world record punch is like 412 pounds of force, but it requires roughly 1,000 pounds of force to break the neck. He also shoves a car door off. He doesn't even exert himself anymore. He just shoves it and it flies off. And again, this one seems familiar. He survives extreme temperatures and convection. Also, I haven't even mentioned this for like the last 2 movies, but again, he just gets more and more combat savvy until he's basically just assumed to be the best car heist related person, and he just can kill people at will and do things like that. Like, everybody's got power creep. I even hesitate to call this a theory because there's so much evidence. It's not like I'm pulling things out of nowhere. I'm literally showing you clips where he does these superhuman feats. There's no way a normal human accomplishes any amount of this kind of stuff. Vin Diesel in this franchise is actually probably stronger than Bruce Willis in Unbreakable. It's wild. And you might be saying to me like, whoa, you're crazy, Flesh Monk, because there's no way that he's actually a superhuman. Well, you'd be wrong, because in the next movie, Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw, there's actually a superhuman, played by Idris Elba. So, yeah, chew on that. This isn't to say that he definitely will be one, but to say that it's not as unlikely as you would have thought. Also, hashtag Justice for Han. My dude basically was murdered by this guy, and now this guy is part of the Fast and Furious family. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, and I think I broke like 90 subs or something. I'm very thankful for everybody who watches my videos. Thanks so much. Also, rest in peace, Paul Walker, man. Rewatching these movies really makes me miss the guy. Wish he was making more.